What's up guys, Isaac Walton here with Hunting the River King. Got something exciting for you guys today. It's really windy, so hopefully you can hear me pretty well. Sorry about that, but I've got the MJX bugs right here, and I've got an exciting, dirt cheap FPV budget setup. Now, the MJX bugs is a really affordable brushless quadcopter that's super powerful. This is it right here. Here's the controller. Kind of an interesting design, has a little light on the front. Over here, and what I've got underneath the quad is actually the FPV setup. Ignore that piece of grass there. So I'll have some information about the MJX bugs, where you can buy it in the links here. Long and short, it's a very powerful brushless quadcopter that's a great entry-level model. Retails for just around $100 or so. Rave reviews online. I'm going to be adding to that just because it's such a fantastic drone. But what I really want to dive into today is exactly how I've done this FPV setup, because it looks a little confusing. Lots of wires, lots of stuff going on here. Honestly, I'm a noob with the FPV. I've been spending some time trying to figure it out, and there's very expensive ways to jump into the hobby, and there's very simple ways to jump into it as well too. So here's one of the more simple ways, that all you really need is basically one of those VR boxes that you put your smartphone in, and an adapter that will connect to your smartphone, and then a transmitter and receiver setup with a camera that'll work with it. So let me walk you through how all that is connected together here with the MJX bugs. Okay, so on the MJX bugs, I've got an action camera. There's many different action cameras will work for your FPV cam. You can get some very cheap ones that'll work. You can get a more expensive one. This is just a Get Up 1, not the Get Up 2. It works great because you can also record and fly at the same time. So you want to look for an action camera that has a video out capability and preferably allows you to record while it's doing video out as well. I'll include links to everything that you see here in the video description, so you can just buy it if that's what you want to go with, or you can modify it and get exactly the pieces you want. Connected to the action camera, and it's using one of my fabulous action camera mounts, a dirt cheap credit card mount. We have a cable coming from here. It's going to go down to a little piece down here that has an antenna coming off of it. This is the FPV transmitter, okay? It's taking the video signal that's coming from the camera and sending it out through this antenna, and it's going to be picked up by my cell phone. It's powered with this adapter here. There's a variety of adapters you can use off of the actual MJX battery port right there. Okay, let's take a look then at the other part of it, the headset. So on the front of my virtual reality goggles kit, it's one of those really cheap goggles you can get at Walmart or get online. I'll have links to that too. I've got a little piece of Velcro in between this gap here that's holding on to the FPV receiver. It's the RC832. There's a variety of models you can use. There's a channel and frequency settings here. Basically what you do on the quadcopter, get my phone out of the way, you adjust the little transmitter to a certain channel and frequency, and then you just adjust it to the same one, and you'll pick up a signal and everything's connected. Here's the antenna. It's a cloverleaf antenna. It's not the default one you get. The default ones work fine. This gives you a little bit better signal. To power the receiver here, I just got a LiPo battery here, 2S. It's using a little bit of Velcro strap to the top here. You're just going to connect it right there, and then how are you actually going to see what you're seeing from the drone camera? You need one of these. It's called an EasyCap adapter. They call this one Easier Cap. That's fantastic. All it does is it takes the video out signal that's been received here, and with an OTG USB connector, plugs into your phone, and using a free app, which I'll include in the video description, you can then see what the camera on your drone is actually seeing. So you'll plug this into your phone, you take your phone, you slide it in to the VR headset, and then you simply put it on, wear it, and you're flying FPV. So we're going to fly with the bugs MJX today. We'll take a look at how well it does, how well it's with FPV, and with a little bit of wind out here, I'm super optimistic it's going to be great. All right guys, let's check it out. So I've turned on the drone here. I'm going to press this to power it on. Propellers start turning on. Let's let her rip.
Only come out at night. No one is
Alright guys, we got FPV Session Round Two. You'll notice a couple things different on this setup from the previous one when I was flying up in the hills. Still flying in the hills, a different location. But now I've got the action camera mounted using the actual MJX Bugs mount. It does a good job, except for the FPV out wire. I had to cut a small hole in the side of the mount here to let it in. Otherwise, it just wasn't going to work. Got it right there, using the get up. Now because it's reversed, you have to use the get up's image flip mode. Isn't an issue, just make sure you set it up ahead of time before you get all rigged up. So here we go, we're gonna take this thing out and fly it. And you'll notice I've added an ND filter to the front of the drone. That's trying to get rid of some of that jello effect. Not from the drone itself, but from the camera, slowing down some of the light getting into it. So we'll see if that works out today. A little bit of wind, but nowhere as breezy as it was last time. All right, guys, let's take this out, let's fly it. That was the MJX Bugs flying at FPV style. It was absolutely fantastic. Couple things that I noticed. Number one, it's very responsive, has a great throttle. You can really power up as you're coming right at stuff, as you saw in the video. The range on it is really good. I don't think it's quite as good as the XK X251, the other brushless drone that's kind of in the same price range category. This one does feel more powerful than the XK 251. Can't say that really fast, you'll get a tongue twister there. But it does seem to have a little bit less speed, I would say, a little bit less momentum as you're flying with it. Otherwise, this is a fantastic drone. Bugs right now, I think it's coming in right around a little over $100. That's a bargain price for a brushless quadcopter that you can use just for filming, for FPV flying, or just practicing with a quadcopter. It's a big step up from my other quads like the Tarantula X6 or the Sky Vampire, but I love it. And flying at FPV, it's absolutely addicting. There's a super rush you get with that. Thanks for watching, guys.